If you're over 60 and living with arthritis pain, whether it's in your knees, hands, hips, back, or even your toes, I want to start by telling you something important. You are not weak, you are not worn out, and this pain is not your fault. Arthritis doesn't mean your body is breaking. It means your body is inflamed, irritated, and trying to protect you, but it needs the right kind of support. Every week, seniors walk into my clinic exhausted by the same struggle. I'm tired of waking up stiff. I'm tired of moving like my joints are rusted. I'm tired of relying on pills that only help for a little while. And I understand that frustration deeply. Many arthritis medications only mask the pain for a few hours. They don't calm the inflammation, they don't protect the joints, and they don't improve mobility over time. What most people don't know is that arthritis is not just a joint problem, it's a whole body inflammation problem. And when inflammation becomes chronic, every movement feels heavier, stiffer, and more painful. But when you calm the inflammation naturally, the joints become more flexible, the pain softens, and daily life feels lighter again. That's why this video is so important. Today, I want to share 7 natural remedies that actually soothe arthritis pain from the inside out, without pills, without side effects, and without relying on medication to get through the day. These are remedies I've recommended to seniors for years because they support the joints, reduce swelling, relax inflammation, and restore mobility gradually but powerfully. And I want to start with a remedy that is simple, soothing, and surprisingly effective, especially for seniors who wake up stiff in the morning or feel swollen at the end of the day. Before we continue, let me ask you, where are you watching from? I'd love to know which part of the world you're tuning in from, and also, what's one healthy habit you never skip in your daily routine? Share it with us in the comments below. Number 7. Warm Epsom salt soaks. One of the most underrated natural remedies for arthritis pain is a simple warm Epsom salt soak, especially for the hands, knees, and feet. It may not sound dramatic or complicated, but the relief it provides is deeper than most people expect. Epsom salt is rich in magnesium sulfate, a mineral combination that helps relax tight muscles, reduce swelling, and soothe inflammation around the joints. When you submerge your hands or feet in warm water infused with Epsom salt, your skin absorbs magnesium directly into the tissues. This helps relax the surrounding muscles that often become tense from guarding painful joints. That tension alone can worsen arthritis. When the muscles soften, the pressure on your joints immediately decreases. What seniors often don't realize is that joint pain isn't always just joint pain. Stiffness comes from the combination of inflamed tissue around the joints, tight muscles, slower circulation, and fluid buildup. A warm Epsom soak addresses every one of those issues at the same time. The warmth increases blood flow, helping nutrients reach the joint. The magnesium relaxes muscle fibers, and the sulfate supports detoxification pathways that help reduce inflammatory waste around the joint. This is why many seniors feel relief within 10 to 15 minutes, not just warmth, but actual ease. The joint feels looser. The fingers or knees feel less swollen, the pain becomes dull instead of sharp, and the stiffness lifts like a weight being taken off. I've seen seniors who could barely bend their fingers soak their hands daily for a week and suddenly regain range of motion they thought was gone forever. I've seen people with knee arthritis walk more comfortably after soaking their legs in a warm tub with 1 or 2 cups of Epsom salt. It doesn't cure arthritis, but it reduces the inflammation that fuels the pain. And that is the key. Arthritis thrives in cold, stiff, inflamed conditions. It improves in warmth, relaxation, and circulation. That's why this remedy works so reliably. It creates the exact environment your joints need to calm down. Even just 10 minutes a day can make a meaningful difference. Number 6. Gentle turmeric plus black pepper tonic. If there is one natural remedy I wish every senior with arthritis tried consistently, it would be a simple turmeric and black pepper tonic. Turmeric is one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatory herbs on earth, yet most people never use it in a way that allows the body to absorb its benefits fully. The active compound in turmeric, curcumin, directly targets the inflammatory pathways that make arthritis painful. It calms swollen joints, softens stiffness, and gradually reduces the burning or throbbing sensation that many seniors feel in their hands, knees, and hips. But here's the important part. Curcumin is very difficult for the body to absorb on its own. That's why so many turmeric teas or capsules don't deliver the relief people expect. The secret, and this is the part many seniors never hear, is adding a tiny amount of black pepper, which increases curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%. Once those compounds enter your bloodstream, they act like a natural inflammation dimmer switch, lowering the intensity inside the joints. I've seen seniors who struggled with morning stiffness for years begin noticing relief after just a few days of consistent use. Their fingers became more flexible, their knees less swollen, and their walking felt smoother, not strained. And what makes this remedy even more powerful is that it doesn't just reduce inflammation. It prevents the cycle of inflammatory flare-ups that worsen arthritis over time. A simple tonic made with warm water, turmeric, a pinch of black pepper, and a drop of healthy fat, like olive oil, helps your body absorb curcumin efficiently. The warmth relaxes the muscles around stiff joints, the turmeric calms inflammation, and the black pepper allows the active ingredients to do their work deeply and quickly. It's gentle, natural, and safe enough for daily use, and many seniors tell me it becomes a comforting ritual that makes their mornings feel easier. This remedy works best when taken consistently, not occasionally. Arthritis inflammation builds over time, and it calms over time. And turmeric, when used properly, works with your body, not against it, to create steadier, longer-lasting relief. Number 5. Aloe vera gel for joint inflammation. Now let's move to a remedy that brings relief from the outside. Fresh aloe vera gel, applied directly onto swollen or painful joints. Most people think of aloe only for burns or skin irritation, but the truth is, aloe contains natural compounds called polysaccharides that calm inflammation deep beneath the skin. For seniors dealing with hot, swollen, or aching joints, especially in the hands, wrists, knees, and ankles, aloe can bring a cooling, soothing effect within minutes. When you massage aloe vera gel onto the joint, it doesn't just sit on the surface. Aloe penetrates the outer tissue layers and begins reducing the inflammatory enzymes that irritate nerves and cause pain. Arthritis pain often feels hot, tight, or pressured, and aloe helps soften each of these sensations. It cools the swelling, relaxes the surrounding muscles, and increases hydration in the tissues, all of which reduce friction inside the joint. What I love most about aloe is its gentleness. Seniors with thin or sensitive skin can use it without irritation. Those who can't tolerate strong creams or medicated gels often find that aloe gives them the perfect balance of comfort and relief. And unlike some topical products that work only for a short period, aloe's effects tend to last longer because it supports healing inside the tissue layers. I've had seniors with hand arthritis tell me they could finally open jars again. Seniors with knee pain say the swelling felt lighter and walking became easier, and many use aloe before bed because the cooling sensation helps them sleep without that dull, throbbing joint ache that keeps so many people awake. Fresh aloe from the plant is the most potent, but good store-bought gel works well too, as long as it's pure and free of fragrances or alcohol. A thin layer massaged in gently 2 to 3 times a day can noticeably reduce tightness, puffiness, and discomfort. This remedy's strength lies in its simplicity, a natural plant extract that works directly on the inflammation you can feel. No pills, no side effects, no overthinking. Number 4. Ginger compress. If turmeric is the soothing internal remedy, then ginger is the warming external remedy that many seniors desperately need. Ginger has been used for centuries as a natural anti-inflammatory, but when applied warm directly to painful joints, it becomes one of the most effective ways to loosen stiffness, increase circulation, and calm deep joint discomfort, especially in the knees, shoulders, wrists, and lower back. What makes a ginger compress so powerful is the way its natural compounds, called gingerols, penetrate deep into the tissues. These compounds increase blood flow to the joint, which helps carry away inflammatory waste that often accumulates in arthritic areas. When this waste sits around the joint, it irritates nerves and increases pain, which is why arthritis feels worse in cold weather or after long periods of inactivity. A ginger compress warms the area, dilates the blood vessels, and helps flush those irritants out. Seniors often tell me it feels like the warmth melts the stiffness, and in many ways, that's exactly what's happening. The heat allows tight muscles to relax, reduces spasm-like tension, and softens the fibrous tissue around the joint. This makes movement smoother and less painful, especially first thing in the morning or after sitting for a long time. What I appreciate most about this remedy is how quickly it works. Within 10 to 15 minutes, the joint usually feels more flexible and the sharpness of the pain softens into a dull, manageable warmth. For people with knee arthritis, placing the compress on the front and sides of the knee helps the heat penetrate the joint space from multiple angles. For hand arthritis, gently wrapping the ginger cloth over the fingers and knuckles can ease the tight, swollen feeling that so many seniors wake up with. A ginger compress can be used daily or whenever pain flares. It's natural, inexpensive, and incredibly soothing, especially during colder months or on days when arthritis feels particularly stubborn. Number 3. Omega-3 rich oils. Now let's move to an internal remedy that works on a deeper level. Omega-3 rich oils, especially fish oil, flaxseed oil, or algae-based omega-3 for those who prefer a plant option. These oils contain essential fatty acids that the body cannot produce on its own, yet they are absolutely crucial for joint health. After 60, inflammation tends to rise naturally, and omega-3s are one of the few nutrients that directly calm this process from inside the joint. What makes omega-3s so powerful is their ability to replace the pro-inflammatory oils and fats inside your cell membranes. Over the years, many seniors accumulate more omega-6 oils from processed foods, vegetable oils, or fried foods, and these oils worsen swelling, stiffness, and pain. When you start consuming omega-3s regularly, they gradually push those inflammatory fats out of your cells and replace them with calmer, more flexible ones. This doesn't just reduce pain, it actually changes the texture of your joint tissues. Seniors often describe their joints as feeling smoother, less crunchy, or less stiff once omega-3 levels rise. That's because the cartilage becomes better lubricated, the synovial fluid becomes less sticky, and the tissues around the joint become more elastic. Movement becomes easier, less painful, and more fluid. One of the major hidden benefits of omega-3s is how strongly they reduce morning stiffness. Arthritis inflammation naturally rises overnight, which is why many seniors wake up with pain. Omega-3s help prevent that overnight inflammatory spike, making the mornings easier and movement less of a struggle. I've seen seniors with chronic arthritis who had tried multiple medications finally find relief simply by adding a daily omega-3 source, and the effects tend to build steadily. The longer you use omega-3s, the more protection and comfort your joints receive. Flaxseed oil, chia seeds, cold water fish, or algae-based supplements all offer excellent sources of omega-3. The key is consistency. These oils work gradually but deeply, supporting the joint environment and reducing inflammation in a way that feels natural, not forced. Number 2. Boswellia, frankincense extract. If I could hand every senior with arthritis a single natural extract that consistently reduces pain, stiffness, and swelling without harsh side effects, it would be Boswellia, often known as frankincense extract. This is one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatory remedies we have, especially for arthritis affecting the knees, hips, hands, and spine. Unlike many herbs that work slowly, Boswellia acts directly on the inflammatory enzymes that create the burning and grinding sensations inside arthritic joints. What makes Boswellia so unique is the way it interrupts a specific enzyme called 5-lipoxygenase, 5-LOX. This enzyme is responsible for producing leukotrienes, inflammatory compounds that fuel arthritis pain, swelling, and stiffness. Most natural remedies simply reduce inflammation overall, but Boswellia blocks this pathway at the source, which means it reduces pain and prevents it from escalating. The result is a gentler, steadier form of relief that doesn't wear off suddenly like medication often does. Many seniors describe the experience as a softening of the pain, or a sense that their joints feel less irritated from the inside, instead of the sharp, catching sensation that so many people feel in their knees or fingers. Boswellia helps the joints feel smoother and calmer. And unlike pills that simply numb the pain, Boswellia works on the root cause, the inflammatory process itself. Another remarkable thing about Boswellia is that it helps protect cartilage over time. Arthritis gradually wears down the cushioning inside the joints, but Boswellia slows that breakdown by reducing the enzymes that damage cartilage cells. This doesn't just ease pain, it preserves joint function and mobility in the long run. Seniors who use Boswellia consistently often notice that their joints don't flare up as easily when the weather changes or when they've been sitting for a long time. I've had older patients with severe arthritis tell me they finally felt confident standing up from chairs again. Others said their morning stiffness reduced so much that they could make a fist in the morning without that tight, wooden feeling in their hands. And many report being able to take fewer pain medications because the inflammation simply isn't as intense anymore. Boswellia does not work like a quick painkiller. It works like a calm, steady reset for the inflammatory system. It brings joints out of the storm mode they've been stuck in for years and helps them settle into a more peaceful, less reactive state. The longer you use it consistently, the more protective and soothing its effects become. This gentle but powerful anti-inflammatory support is exactly why Boswellia earns its place near the top of our list. It addresses arthritis deeply, naturally, and reliably, without the risks or side effects of strong medications. Number 1. Anti-inflammatory, herbal blend, turmeric plus ginger plus Boswellia plus black seed oil. If there is one natural remedy I trust more than anything else for seniors living with daily arthritis pain, it is the combination of turmeric, ginger, Boswellia, and black seed oil used together individually. Each of these ingredients is powerful, but when combined, they create a full-spectrum anti-inflammatory effect that soothes arthritis from multiple angles, internally, hormonally, and within the joint environment itself. This is the remedy I have seen bring relief to seniors who tried everything else. It works because arthritis is not caused by one single issue. It is a combination of inflammation, cartilage stress, poor circulation, nerve irritation, and immune imbalance. This blend addresses each of those problems at the same time. Turmeric calms inflammatory pathways and reduces the joint's reaction to stress. Ginger warms the tissues and increases circulation to stiff, swollen joints. Boswellia blocks inflammatory enzymes and protects cartilage from further breakdown. And black seed oil, one of the most underrated anti-inflammatory oils in herbal medicine, stabilizes the immune system and reduces flare-ups that make arthritis unpredictable and painful. Together, these ingredients act like a natural joint protector. They reduce morning stiffness, ease the grinding and catching sensation inside the joint, calm swelling around the fingers and knees, and improve flexibility gradually but noticeably. Seniors often describe the change as moving from feeling inflamed and swollen to feeling looser, lighter, and more mobile. What makes this remedy even more remarkable is its long-lasting nature. Pills often wear off in a few hours, but natural anti-inflammatory herbs build inside the system. The more consistently you use them, the deeper and longer the relief becomes. Many of my older patients who struggled for years with knee or hand arthritis found that this blend gave them a level of comfort they thought was impossible without medication. The secret is consistency. A small daily dose, even half a teaspoon of black seed oil with a turmeric ginger infusion and a Boswellia capsule, can slowly shift the inflammatory environment inside your joints. You don't feel it instantly, but you feel it steadily. Less heat in the joint, fewer flare-ups, smoother movement, less morning stiffness, and a feeling that your joints are breathing better. This is why this remedy stands as number 1. It brings together the most powerful natural anti-inflammatory tools we have, and allows seniors to finally experience relief that is stable, gentle, and long-lasting. Before we finish, I want to speak to you from the heart. If you're over 60 and struggling with arthritis, please remember something important. Your body hasn't given up on you. It's asking for the right kind of help. Arthritis is not a sign that your joints are too old or worn out. It is a sign that your body is inflamed, overwhelmed, and tired of fighting alone. And that is something you can change, gently, naturally, and gradually. The remedies we discussed today aren't magic cures. They're not meant to replace your doctor or your medical care, but they are tools, real, effective tools, that work with your body instead of against it. They reduce inflammation, improve mobility, nourish your joints, and help your body regain some of the comfort and freedom it deserves. I've seen seniors who thought they were stuck with arthritis forever suddenly stand up from chairs without pain. I've seen hands that were stiff for years finally close into a fist again. I've seen legs that felt heavy and swollen begin to feel light and flexible, all because they gave their joints consistent support. And I want you to hear this clearly. You do not have to live in constant pain. You do not have to accept stiffness as your new normal, and you are not too old to feel relief again. Your joints are capable of healing. Your inflammation can be calmed. Your mobility can improve, and your quality of life can rise, even after years of discomfort. Take small steps, use gentle remedies, support your body daily, and trust that healing is still possible for you.